the partnership and then you just do the qualified joint venture, like you're probably going to get a letter from them anyway. And then you're going to have to explain and pray that the person you're talking to on the phone actually knows that you can file as a qualified joint venture and not have to file a partnership return. So
yeah. It's Rev Proc 85-36, I believe, definitely 1985. If you don't file a partnership return, it's not the end of the world. You won't be subject to penalties as a result of that Rev Proc. But all that Rev Proc says is you're not subject to penalties, right? That implies that you're supposed to file a partnership return if you're in that scenario. So the only people who can get around it are Texans, Californians, Wisconsinites, those community property states.
Are you able to see the questions or do I have to show them up here? Here we go.
So why would a married couple have an LLC for their primary residence? You'll have to take that up with their lawyer. I'm not sure why primary residence would be in an LLC. I've seen it in trusts, when you get a little bit older and you want to stay in your home, but you want to facilitate kind of those later stage tax planning or estate planning ideas that, putting your primary residence, I forget the name, but you can put your primary residence in a trust, but then still live there. But as far as a married couple putting their primary residence in an LLC, I've never seen that, and I've always advised against it. So,
yeah, I would say I think the person that was talking before was talking about owning a rental property, not their primary home. I would also say too, like you don't really want to ever put your primary, especially the home that you live in, into an LLC because that could possibly lose your state exemption against debtors and creditors. So, for example, like I believe the state of Florida has an unlimited exemption where if you have a home that's worth $5 million, you own it free and clear, and you have a lawsuit or a judgment or a creditor against you, like they cannot come after that home. You're not forced to sell your home in order to settle a lawsuit. And I think Texas is the same way. But you go and move that primary home inside of an LLC, like then it's a business entity and it's an asset that they can come and take. So I don't think it's ever made sense. Now, if you have a home, let's say you live in a home and you move out of it and you want to rent it out, potentially put it inside of an LLC, but I would never put your home that you're currently living in inside of an LLC.
The thought that came to my head was the homestead exemption. So if your property taxes are $7,000 with the homestead exemption and $10,000 without it, putting it in an LLC may jeopardize that homestead tax break.
Well, yeah, because the homestead break, there's going to be a transfer of title. So there's probably going to be a reassessment of sorts of property taxes. I mean, there's a whole slew of things that could come to bite you in the ass by doing that. Here's one. Let's see.